YouTube, Kurt Curtis. It is actually Monday morning, and before I show you everything that I sold over the weekend, I'm going to go over this thrift haul. I did go to the thrift store yesterday. I forgot to record the footage yesterday, so I'll show you today. Before I show you everything I'm going to pack up and ship out today. Pretty small haul here, but not too bad. I think with tax and everything, it was like $9 and some change for all this. Picked up some books. Here's a Sweet Valley Twins book, another one. This one's a Halloween-themed one, though, Pumpkin Fever. I saw one sold comp for $30, best offer accepted on this thing, so I'm not really sure what I can get for this. I haven't looked at the active, so I'm not really sure what's going on, but for 30 cents, definitely grab this. Probably just going to sell this individually. Also picked up 4 of these spirit animal books. These are really nice looking books. I didn't even look these up for 30 cents a piece. I just picked them up, and I can make a lot. Unfortunately, it's not like books 1 through 4 all right in a row. Like we got, let's see, book 1, 3, 4, and 7. But still, I'll put that in a lot. Hopefully that'll be all right. Picked up a DVD, nothing crazy. Paid $1 for this. I expect to get 10 for it, sealed. And then I also picked up 3 of these mugs. I tore the price stickers off, but these were $2 a piece. At thrift stores, I always like to take the price stickers off as soon as possible, because the longer you let them stay on there, the harder they are to get off. But yeah, these are Terry Redland mugs, and based off of comps, it looks like I can get like $20 to $30 per mug, depending on which mug it is. These kind of just caught my attention because they're very cool looking. But yeah, $2 a piece, so hopefully those will do all right. And yeah, that's all I found. All right, I have 16 orders going out today. Some of the stuff is at the storage unit. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, I had a pretty good weekend, not too bad at all. I listed a lot this weekend too, and I had 3 items sell that I just listed this weekend. I'll point those out as I go through these, and I think it would have been like $90 less in sales if I hadn't listed stuff this weekend. But yeah, let's go over everything that sold. First up, I sold this vintage Transformers toy. I got this in that ridiculous action figure haul. That was seriously the best haul that I've had ever. The video is called like I filled my car with vintage figures or something. I paid $100 to a coworker for all his old vintage, like just Transformers and Turtles and He-Man stuff. And it was just honestly ridiculous. Probably the best haul I ever had. Still selling stuff off. This sold for $17.99 and it's incomplete. Next up, this is a really good sale here. This is a little online arbitrage thing. I paid $10 for this online, and this ended up selling for $60 within less than 24 hours. I'm not going to go into how I got this because that would ruin my chances in the future, but I only had the option to pick up one. Otherwise, I would have bought as many of those as possible. But yeah, 10 into 60. Obviously, you got fees and shipping, but still, that's just a stupid sale, and it sold very quickly. This is just some kind of, I don't know, biolifting mask, makeup, cosmetic thing. Don't even really know what it's supposed to do. Sold this glass ornament, handmade. I got this from a garage sale for $1.25. Had it for quite a while. Sold for $17.19. Got some cards going out. Kaldheim art card sold for $2.27. Flair 94. Behold the Vision that sold for $2.75. Have this Flesh and Blood foil card that ended up selling for $2.75 as well. Sold a PS1 game, Final Fantasy VII. This is one of the items I just listed this weekend. Also, this was one of the items I just listed this weekend. The case is super cracked, but all the discs are in excellent shape, and there's no manual or anything, but this sold for $19.99, so not too bad. Sold pretty quickly too. Just good for someone who just wants to play and doesn't really care about collecting the case and manuals and all that. Another Flesh and Blood card. This is a lot of 2. There is 2 in there. That sold for $2.81. Here's another item I listed this weekend. This was part of the $20 fill-a-car sale. That was a stupid haul too. I still have stuff that I haven't listed from that, and I decided to list this because it was Christmas themed and it sold right away. I couldn't believe it. It sold for $9.99. Nothing crazy, but I mean, all profit at this point. Also sold this Thresh t-shirt. This is a League of Legends character. I picked this up for 95 cents at a thrift store. I knew it wasn't going to have value, but I just couldn't leave it behind because it's cool looking, and I used to play League of Legends, so I don't know, I grabbed it just because of that. Finally sold for $7.79. It's a cool looking shirt. Probably should have kept that one. And also sold this Magic card, Sudden Spoiling, and I actually forgot to write down how much that sold for, so you'll just have to look at the screenshot on the screen. All right, I'm at the storage unit. I have a few more items to pull. Sold a few cards. The soccer card here ended up selling for $2.49. Also, one of these bench warmers cards ended up selling. This one sold for $1.99. Let's see here. I sold a video game, Guitar Hero Metallica for the Wii. This is pre-owned. Ended up selling for $29.99. I'm surprised this actually took a little while to sell. I might have had it overpriced a bit, but I did get my full ask for it eventually. Nice sale there. And also sold another one of these like International Santa Collection figurines. I'm actually surprised these are selling. The Finland one right here ended up selling for $12.99. And I sold a couple more cards. I had one person buy 3 cards, but 2 of the cards were here. One was at home. So I'll show you guys those once I get back when I have them all together. I did do a decent amount of listing this weekend. 3 of the items already sold. And yeah, I listed like this whole box of stuff. I typically don't list on the weekends or try not to work too much on the weekends, but this weekend had some time. I started going through that book project. I don't know if you guys remember, I got 129 vintage paperback books for $100 at an estate sale. And I think between the 129 books, there was only like 6 different authors, so I figured I could make lots if I needed to. But most of the books are worth selling individually. I have a huge stack here that I listed, and I want to say most of them are listed for like either 15 or 20 bucks per book. There was some that weren't worth listing individually, so I'm gonna make some lots as well, but that's actually going pretty good. I decided to get that project, or at least start working on that, because the books take up a lot of space. I'm just walking all over them, but I listed a bunch of other stuff too. So yeah, not too bad. So here are the 3 cards that person picked up now that they're all together. 3 Thanos cards. First up, we got Marvel Universe 94. That one ended up selling for $3.99. Got the Marvel Masterpiece 94 Gold Signature Series. That one ended up selling for $7.99, not too bad. And also the Flair 94, that sold for $2.72. So this person's total was $14.70, not too bad at all. It is Tuesday morning. I'm only shipping eBay room items out today. I only have 2 orders going out. First up, I sold this lot of 20 vintage Hot Wheels cars. I completely forgot I even had these listed. They've been up for a while now. Might just be shipping them in the box I put them in. Maybe I could put them in a smaller box and throw it in a padded flat rate. I'll have to see. But this lot sold for $37.19, so pretty good. Also sold this audio book, The Map of Heaven, that is brand new seal, that ended up selling for $9.39. It is Wednesday morning. I have 6 eBay orders to ship out today. First up, I sold a Marvel vs. DC card, Batman vs. Captain America. That ended up selling for $4.99. Not too bad at all, just for a base card. Also sold this Flair 94 Punisher card. That ended up selling for $2.99. Here's everything I picked up from the storage unit. I just brought it home. I'm going to film it here. There is a lot of people at the storage unit, so I didn't want to be talking to myself and stuff. So yeah, 4 more items going out. Sold this football card, sold for $1.99. Next up is a pretty good sale, Gauntlet 4 for Sega Genesis. This is pre-owned. I think I paid $8 for this at an estate sale. Ended up selling for $69.99. I got this so long ago. It was in my death pile, I want to say, for like 8 months. I don't know why I didn't list this thing. Once I finally listed it, it sold in like 2 days. So pretty good sale there. Sold another one of these bench warmer cards. Ended up selling for $1.99. And I also sold this little Hot Wheels set. This just came with the Hot Wheels haul that I got. Nothing crazy. Sold for $9.99. I will take it though. It is Thursday morning. I'm only shipping eBay room items out today, and I only have 2 items going out. First up, I sold this Pittsburgh shirt. Had this thing in my store for years. Finally ended up selling for $6.79. Also sold this CD. This is brand new sealed. Paid 50 cents for it. Ended up selling for $10.31. It is Friday morning, and I don't know what happened yesterday, but my eBay store just popped off. I have 12 items going out today. A lot of those items are at the storage unit. We'll get to those in a minute. Let's go over what I have here in the eBay room. First up, I sold a Blu-ray 2-pack, Home Alone and Home Alone 2. This is sealed. Ended up selling for $18.39. Next up, I sold a Boston cassette. This is also sealed. I paid $2 for that. Ended up selling for $14.09. Next up, I have a viewer sale. My man Frank picked up 2 basketball cards. Frank has bought a ton of stuff for me in the past. I appreciate it very much, man. He picked up 2 basketball cards. These are from the 2020-2021 Select set. These are really nice cards. I have a bunch of these to list. First up, this one here. I don't know how to pronounce that guy. Ended up selling for $2.39. And then this Kyle Lowry ended up selling for $1.99. His total was $4.38 for the 2 cards. Thank you very much, Frank. I always appreciate your purchases. Next up, I sold a t-shirt, this Adventures in Wrestling Figure Collection podcast shirt. This was from the Pro Wrestling crate that I opened up that ended up selling for $14.99. Not something I wanted to keep, so I ended up putting it in my eBay store. I also sold a Hot Wheels car. That one, not too bad, ended up selling for $16.14. All right, I'm at the storage unit. I have 6 more items to pull. First up, I ended up selling this G.I. Joe figure or doll, you could say. I remember I got this at a garage sale in a bulk buy, a big pile of stuff. So I probably only have a couple dollars into it. I'm not sure. It might be in a video somewhere. That ended up selling for $28.49. Not too bad. Next up is a really good sale here. I sold this SportSync AM/FM radio. This brand new sealed in the package. As you can see, I paid $12 for this at an estate sale, but this ended up selling for $79.99. Solid sale there. It took me a little while to list this. I mean, I think this was up for sale for like maybe a week or two. So kind of a quick sale. I will take it, not bad at all. Next up, I sold a DVD. Marty, this is pre-owned. This ended up selling for $12.99. And next up, I sold this A Touch of Sun, Clariol, I don't know how to say that. I believe I paid $1 for this at an estate sale. Ended up selling for $49.99. I guess you could bring the broom out for this one.
Get the broom.
Just because it's such a cool sale, you wouldn't expect this thing to be worth that much. But yeah, awesome sale there. $50 for that thing. Come on, man. Also sold a couple cards. Got this 95 Flair Ultra Gambit, sold for $3.99. I think I have, that's the second copy I've sold of this card, and I think I have another copy I can sell too. Also this Marvel Metal, Captain America, ended up selling for $2.99. It is time for the numbers for the week. This week I had a total gross sales of $610.02. After fees and shipping and all that, my net was $410.49. So definitely an improvement from last week. Still not quite where I want to be though, but I'm headed in the right direction. I'm really going to try to make an effort to list just Monday through Friday every day. My goal would be like 10 items, just something, even if it's just 10 cards. Obviously, if I'm listing cards, I can list a lot more than 10, but like just something every day just to get some momentum. It's hard right now because of the holiday season and I'm working a lot, but I've been doing it the last few days. I think it's helped, so hopefully that'll help in the future as well. I'm sitting down this time because I'm going to answer some questions. In last week's video, I asked you guys to leave some questions in the comments. I only had one person leave a question, but they left 4 questions, so I appreciate that very much. I'm going to try to put the screenshots of the questions on the screen, but my editing skills are very limited. So, yeah, we'll get started. All these questions were from Low Roller Scratcher, so thank you for sending these. I appreciate it. First question was, do you ever invest some money in cryptocurrency? I do not. I have nothing against cryptocurrency. It's just that I'm so focused on my dividend strategy that any kind of money that I allocate in some other kind of project, all it's doing is delaying my goal. So, also, I'm not like a buy and sell kind of guy. I'd rather have a paycheck in dividends rather than like buy something and sell it and just get like one lump sum and that's the end of that. Although I think with cryptocurrency, there are some that basically pay like dividends kind of in a way. I'm not really too sure how it works, but I think that is an option. But I'm just so far down the journey of my own dividend stock investing. I don't even know what you want to call it, but I'm just so deep into it that like, even if I take $100 and invest it somewhere else, it's just delaying my goal. That's $100 less and even more time it's going to take for me to achieve my goal, dividend stock investing. I got nothing against cryptocurrency though, but at this moment in time, I'm not invested in any, and that might change in the future. We will see. He also sent, or I'm assuming it's a he, I'm not sure though. Are you planning to grade some sports cards and Pokemon cards to PSA and other grading services? I was planning on doing that, and then PSA shut down and the prices all spiked, and then I just didn't do it. I had a little pile set aside of some cards I wanted to get graded, but I don't know if PSA is back open, but I'm assuming once they do, it's not gonna be cheap anymore, because you could do like bulk submissions for PSA for like $8-10 a card or something, and that's not going to be the case anymore. The demand for grading is just so high. Other companies I've looked into, but like I don't really know which ones to go for. It just seems like with eBay solds, if it's not PSA, you don't seem to get a premium. I could be wrong though. I don't follow it that carefully. So let me know what grading service aside from PSA you think is the best. I probably will be grading some cards in the future, but right now I just kind of took a pause on it because of the whole shutdown of PSA and everything, and just want to let everything cool off. Next question, do you ever buy huge sports cards collections in your area? I do not, and it's mainly because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not knowledgeable with sports cards. I can't just browse like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp and stuff like that and see a listing and know that there's value there with the price. I'm not knowledgeable enough with it. I do like selling cards and do like selling sports cards, but out of all trading cards, like sports cards are my least favorite to sell because I just don't know enough about them. I obviously know who some good players are, but just because it's a good player doesn't mean the card's valuable. So many people, like sports cards are so popular right now that if a listing is up on like Facebook Marketplace and it's a good deal, by the time I'm looking up cards, someone already probably bought it, you know. It's just, it's too much competition and I'm not knowledgeable enough on it. And I'm not really interested enough in it to learn. Also, I get sports cards from my dad. So that kind of I get my sports cards fixed from that. So I don't know, every so often my dad just gives me cards, and that way I can get cards for basically free and then still sell them. And then also, you know, I'll have sports cards in my store. I can learn about it a little bit. So I get my sports cards fixed through that. So no, I typically don't buy sports cards collections in my area. I do buy card collections, but there's some stuff that's just so many people are after. I try to go for the more obscure stuff that not as many people are after. Like Pokemon cards, sports cards, like that stuff. If there's a good deal, it's gone, man. That's gonna be gone. I prefer Marvel cards. People are obviously looking for those too, but it's not as hot. Like you can find good deals on that stuff. It's not gonna be gone within 2 minutes. Let's see. I think there was one more question. Do you ever try sending your sports cards to, was that ComC? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Since they can do all the work for you, shipping the products to the customer. I recognize that name because I've seen eBay listings with that like little logo on the side. I don't really know how it works though, but I'm assuming they're taking their cut too. So like, since I know how to sell cards on eBay, like I'd probably just do it myself because then I get to keep most of the profits, unless they take like junk cards. Like I send them a whole box of junk cards, but then who's really buying those? Like, I don't know if it'd be worth it. Let me know, do they take like low value cards? Do they have like requirements? I'm not really sure, but if they're just posting listings on eBay, like I know they have the website too, like I can do that already. I feel like this is more for people that don't have the time to do it, or they don't know how to do it. And I know how to do it, and I got time. Not a lot, but I got time. So I prefer to do it myself. But yeah, I appreciate the questions. Other people left some comments on the video too. Like I appreciate all you guys' input on the video. If anyone else has questions, leave them in the comments. I'll answer them next week. But that's going to be all for this video. Stack dividends, sweep floors. Until next time.
Buy low, sell high. I'll pick up anything that catches my eye. Pay 50 cents with a little bit of luck. Put it on eBay for 50 bucks. At that price, you can't go wrong. It's a whole box of Pokemon. The first edition Charizard there. She asked me if $5 for the box is fair. Hell yeah, I'll scoop that up. You mind if I back up my truck? Gonna find a box of video games too, and all the bull shirts from 92. How much are the shirts? 50 cents? Yeah, I'll take the whole lot of them. Oh, you say you have more inside? Yeah, I can wait. I have all the time.